Now next topic is sign of trigonometric functions. So for trigonometric functions, what is the relevance of sign we are seeing. For that, first we will consider again a unit circle with any point P on the circle which is taken as a comma b. That means you know that we have already taken a as cos x and b as sin x. Okay, and this angle is also taken as, that is AOP is taken as x radians. Now we are taking angle AOQ in such a manner that it is also having the same measure, that is x radians, but it is in the clockwise direction. This was in the anti-clockwise direction, so it was positive x. Here we are taking anti-clockwise direction, but the amount is same, so it is minus x. Okay, so that Q, its coordinate will be what? The Q after taking the angle AOQ with the angle minus x, you are getting the coordinate of Q as, it will be, this measurement is same, so the first coordinate will be A itself, but since it is in the negative y direction, this line is in the negative y direction, you will get this measurement to be negative b. So your coordinate of Q is A comma minus b. Okay. Now what we are doing is, we are just considering the triangle, suppose this is M, we are considering the triangle OMQ. Triangle OMQ. Okay. There we are just finding out what is cos of minus x. The angle is minus x there taken. So from this triangle we are just considering what is cos of an angle. It is adjacent side by hypotenuse. What is adjacent side? OM. OM is A. So you are getting this to be A by 1. Hypotenuse is 1 because it is a unit circle. So you will get A. And what is this A? The A is taken as cos x. So you are getting cos of minus x as cos x. Okay. Now we are considering sine of minus x. Again for the same triangle, sine of some angle will be what? Its opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side is MQ and MQ's measurement is what? Minus b, right? Minus b by 1. Minus b by hypotenuse is 1. So you are getting minus b. And what is b taken as? It is sin x. So you are just replacing minus b is sin x. So what you got? Cos of minus x is giving you cos x. That means even if the angle is having a negative sign, it is coming out as positive thing. And sine of minus x is in such a manner that minus is taken out and the angle becomes positive. So these are the properties which you have to remember. That is cos of minus x is cos x and sine of minus x is minus sin x. Okay. Again you can just see in the figure that this A, the value of A can range till 1 and from, that is the minimum can be minus 1. So A can be ranging between minus 1 and 1. So that means I can write minus 1 less than or equal to A less than or equal to 1. Why? Because you are considering a unit circle. So okay, for a unit circle you have this negative 1 and till negative 1 and 1 in the x-axis. Okay. Now for b value, that is in the y-axis, again you can see the maximum you are getting is 1 and the minimum is minus 1. So you can say that the value of b is also ranging between minus 1 and 1. Now what is A taken as? A is sin x and A is cos x and b is sin x. So you get minus 1 less than or equal to cos x less than or equal to 1 and minus 1 less than or equal to sin x less than or equal to 1. That means the value of cos ranges between minus 1 and 1 and the value of sin also ranges between minus 1 and 1. Understood? That means the x can take any value, but the y value, when you talk about the y value, means the cos x value. Cos x answer will be till 1 and in the left hand side it is minus. That means the lesser amount which you can go till is minus 1, the minimum amount, and the maximum will be 1. Same for your sin x also. Okay. Now we will talk about the signs for the values, that is for the trigonometric functions in each of the quadrants. So first we are discussing only about sin and cos, because sin and cos will give you all other things also. Okay. So first we will go for what in the first quadrant. We are just splitting it into 4 quadrants. The circle can be split into 1, 2, 3, 4 quadrants. So in first quadrant you can see that your A and B both will be positive. That means This is your positive x, this is your positive y. That means both the coordinates will be positive in your first quadrant. Okay, you can see that A is positive and B is positive. Both are positive. Coordinates A and B both are positive. Now since both are positive, what is the meaning of A and B? A is cos and B is sine. So cos and sine both are positive. Okay, both sine and cos will be positive in the first quadrant, right? Now going for the second quadrant, in the second quadrant, you just see in the second quadrant you have this is negative x axis, means A will be negative and this is positive y. So B will be positive. A negative, B positive. Now when A is negative means what is negative? Cos x will be negative and B is positive means sin x will be positive. Okay. So in the second quadrant, sine is positive, cos is negative. In the first quadrant, both are positive. Now in the third quadrant, again you have negative x and negative y. Any points here will be of the form minus a minus b, right? So you can say that A is negative and B is also negative. That means cos x is negative and sin x is also negative, right? Now in third quadrant, you have, in fourth quadrant you have, what will be in the fourth quadrant? Fourth quadrant you have negative for y and positive for x. That means your A will be positive and B will be negative in the fourth quadrant. Now what is A? It is cos. So cos x will be positive and sin x will be negative in the fourth quadrant. Clear all the four things? In the first quadrant you have both sin and cos to be positive. In the second quadrant you have cos to be negative and sin positive. In the third quadrant cos and sin both negative. In the fourth quadrant you have cos to be positive and sin to be negative. That is, combining these things, what we can say about sin and cos. If I am writing the first quadrant as the value of that angle will be varying from which to which, when I say in degrees it is from 0 to 90, and here we will say that 0 to pi by 2. Okay, so I am just writing this is x is lying between 0 and pi by 2. That is your first quadrant. For second quadrant the meaning is pi by 2 to pi, right? And here you have pi to 3 pi by 2 for the third quadrant, and fourth quadrant is 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi, right? Now we can just go through the values, that is cos and sin, where they are positive and negative. For 0 to pi by 2 and pi by 2 to pi, you have your sin to be positive. For both the things, you have sin to be positive. That means I can combine and write that sin x is positive for 0 less than x. Combining these two, I will get less than x less than till pi. Till pi, that means till this point, the sign value will be positive, and negative for, from where to where? From this. In third and fourth it is negative, so you can write for pi less than x less than 2 pi till your fourth quadrant. Okay, now going for the cos, you have in the first quadrant it is positive, and then in the last quadrant it is positive, that is in the fourth quadrant. So I can write cos x is positive for 0 less than x less than pi by 2, that is in the first and in the third, and 3 pi by 2 less than x less than 2 pi, and it is negative for in between, that is your second and third quadrant. Cos is negative, so you can combine and write it as pi by 2 less than x less than 3 pi by 2. Pi by 2 less than x less than 3 pi by 2. Okay, clear? Now going for the signs of all the trigonometric functions, since we have dealt with sin and cos, it will be more easy to find out for all the other functions also. What we have studied for sin and cos, sin is positive in the first and second quadrant, so you will have here sin positive positive. Okay, now for the third and fourth quadrant you have sin to be negative. Now for cos, it was positive in the first quadrant and in the fourth quadrant, so for the other two it is negative. Now for these two will help you to find out all the others. See, tan is sin by cos, so this will give you positive by positive positive. So tan is also positive in the first quadrant. Okay. Now again sine by cos, positive by negative will give you negative. So in the second quadrant tan is negative. Again negative by negative will give you positive. So tan is positive in the third quadrant, and tan will be negative in the fourth quadrant, since negative by positive is again negative. Now for cosec you have reciprocal of sine. Okay, the reciprocal of sine means the sign, SIGN sign will not change. Okay, so you will have positive as you have your sine function. Okay, the signs of cosec will also be as you have your for your sine function. Now for sec also it is the reciprocal of cos, so you will have the first and last quadrants to be positive for sec also, remaining to negative. And cot again it is a reciprocal of tan, you will get the same signs for the quadrants for tan value. Okay, that is tan is positive here also positive, remaining to negative, so that will be for your cot. Okay, understood the signs? So again, in order to understand better, I will tell you one thing. You just remember, all silver tea cups, A, S, T, C. All means all the trigonometric functions have positive sign in the first quadrant. For the second quadrant, you have your sine value, and if you have sine value, then cosec value will also be positive in the second quadrant. You just check. Okay. So that is all sine. All silver means this is sine function, this is all function. Now T is for tan function. Actually all silver tea cups. So if you remember it as T, this is for your tan function. Now since tan is positive in the third quadrant, it will be again cot will also be positive in the third quadrant. You just check. Tan and cot will be positive in the third quadrant. Okay. All means here all of them are positive in the first quadrant, that is your all. For the second quadrant you have only sine. Sine means cosec also, so it is S. Now for tan and cot you are writing T in the third, they have positive sign, and C is for cos, and if cos is positive in the fourth quadrant, sec is also positive. That means you can just check fourth quadrant, sec and cos are positive. Okay, so that will help you to remember easily all silver tea cups. Clear?